Hey guys, welcome back. It's Shelby, and today we are going to be transforming a piece that I found just at the craft store on sale because it's after season. So I found this at my local craft store, and it's I think just like a decorative sign. It says powder room on it. It's kind of cute, like the lines of it are cute and I like it, but the actual overall aesthetic is not really my look. Even though it's gold, it's more like shabby chic, and that's not really my vibe. So what I'm gonna do is just make this over. So first thing we have to do is kind of sand it down a little bit because it's like raised and bumpy and has like all that like fake gunk on it that they do for the shabby chic look. And I don't want any of that on there. And then we're gonna paint it, add a few things to it, and just make it a fabulous piece for the home. But yeah, I'll link all the paint and everything you need down in the description below, along with my socials as always. And let's get going.
So I am starting off with a sanding sponge, which I've never used before. I always just use sanding paper, but I've decided I really like it, and I'm just smoothing out all of the raised, bumpy, and rough areas, making sure to go on the outsides too. And then some of it is like fine, you know, close counts, but trying not to like remove all the paint. That's not the goal, mainly just smooth it out. Next, we're going in with a coat of white acrylic paint. I'm just going to be using this as a primer, mainly just to like, again, smooth everything over, try to make it look as nice as possible. But yeah, it doesn't need to be perfect, and we can always reapply more paint later. So I did end up going for 2 coats of white paint, so it's nice and matte and a perfect background. And I think right now that I'm going to leave it white, but we will find out once I get all my color in there. For this piece, I want to do blues and turquoise and maybe a little bit of green, but I'm going in with kind of a bright navy blue to start with, and then going to add some green, which apparently has seen better days, but whatever, I'm already committed, so we're going to do it. After this, I'm going to go in with a lighter kind of cerulean blue just to touch up all the additional details, but those are the 3 colors that I decided on for this craft. And mainly I'm just putting tissues down to protect the table and then just following the lines and the curves of the swirling on the applique, just kind of letting that dictate where the paint goes. Trying to keep it off the way as much as possible, but it's also not a huge deal. I can always go back in with another brush and touch that up as needed. But basically just kind of making all of the different color blockings look nice together. That's my main goal. I don't really have like a set idea of what it's gonna look like other than hopefully nice. So filling everything in and seeing where we end up. So as I'm looking at this, I realize I really love the colors, but there's something off with the white. It's just not catching my attention the way that I want it to. So I'm thinking that instead of leaving it white, I'm going to paint everything that is currently white black, and that's also going to help clean up the edges of the colors on the swirls. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of black acrylic paint. And anything that's white is now going to be black. I'm going to do the main section on the front, and then I'm also going to go in on the sides and on the very bottom. You guys don't have to watch that, but that way, no matter what angle you catch it at, it still looks nice and clean and sharp, and that is what we are going for.
Okay, so our piece is all dry, and look how glamorous this is. And this is something that is actually a lot more universal as far as something you can use than it might seem at first. It does hang on the wall. I never took these off, but there's little hooks to hang it. And it can be a decorative piece over a door. It could be an applique that you put on the top of a mirror. One of my very, very first videos on YouTube, and admittedly, I was very new to editing. I was very new to YouTube in general, so it's very long. I talk to myself, there's a lot of outdoor noises in it, but I made a floor length mirror, and it's still one of my favorite pieces. It's like the most glam, beautiful thing I've ever made. I'll link that video above and down below in the descriptions if you want to check it out and see what I'm talking about. But basically I painted appliques and put them all around the mirror to make it this like super luxurious, elegant looking, just really expensive, glamorous floor length mirror. And it was pretty cheap to do, honestly. Like the appliques cost the most amount of money. But what I'm saying is this is a very similar applique. So if you want to get a mirror and transform it, you could get pieces like this and attach them to the mirror, like the top of it. So if you're thinking one of those long rectangular mirrors that you get from the store for like $5, they're actually pretty cheap. And then imagine this at the top of it and then leaned back against the wall. Suddenly it's no longer just a cheap mirror from the store. It's got a story, it's got some character, and yeah, it's just a lovely piece. So we're not doing that today. I don't actually have a mirror with me, and that was not originally what I thought of when I made this project. I'm just looking at it now and I think that would be really cool. But I do love the color scheme. As you guys know, I'm kind of feeling the like peacock blues and greens these days. I love the dark moody background on this. I actually just recently did a decor makeover piece for my room, and it started as something I honestly like really like right now, and it was a little gold frame and inside was pink and white. So I redid it with like cream and peacock feathers, and it's gorgeous. I look at it all the time now. But it's a very similar aesthetic to this, which I'm thinking is my new aesthetic, at least the new phase I'm going in. It's just fun and lovely and just such rich colors. I really, really like it. So this is gonna go along with that in the color decor theme. And I'm not quite sure what I will do with it. I do have a couple options. I might put it above a door. I might put it on a shelf. I might do it on a mirror, like attach it to a mirror. Or what I might do is I have these little hooks with, you know, these screws in them, and I might just screw them in, and then it would look like that with like 2 or 3 of them, if you can see that. And then I can hang it up in the bathroom for hand towels or something. And I was thinking about that originally when I got this piece, but now I'm looking at it and there's so many other things I can do with it. So I'm gonna sit on these and not poke the holes in there, because once I do, then there's holes in there. I mean, I guess I could fill them, but why bother? But yeah, this is just the makeover of the piece. It's different colors than it started, and it gave it a whole new look. As you guys know, I love remaking and using pieces again on this channel and just completely making them over and giving them a brand new purpose from the ones they started in. And changing the colors of an item is a really good way to do that. So this is a whole different piece, it's a whole different story, and I'm really excited for the possibilities for it. But thanks so much for joining me on this one, guys. I hope you like the color schemes of how it turned out, and maybe are inspired by it like I am for a couple different crafts of how it could be used. Thanks so much for joining me on this one. I'll see you here again soon. Bye for now.